Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of MindMap. Today's topic of discussion is Interstate Council. First of all, we will discuss about the introduction of the topic. Then we will discuss about constitutional provisions of Interstate Council, composition of Interstate Council, functions, and bodies that promote interstate relation. First of all, moving on to the introduction of the topic. The Interstate Council is a recommendatory body that has been empowered to investigate and discuss subjects of common interest between the Union and states or among states. It also makes recommendations for better coordination of policy and action on these subjects and deliberations on matters of general interest to the states, which may be referred to it by its chairman. It also deliberates on other matters of general interest to the states as may be referred by the chairman to the council. The council may meet at least thrice in a year. There is also a standing committee of the council. Now moving on to constitutional provisions of Interstate Council. The Interstate Council is a constitutional body composed of members of states and is established under Article 263 of the Constitution by the President. Despite the Supreme Court exclusive authority under Article 131, the judiciary can resolve interstate conflicts. Extrajudicial tribunals may adjudicate one type of such issue under Article 262. Similarly, Article 263 of the Indian Constitution provides for the investigation and recommendation of the administrative body to resolve interstate disputes. Now let's discuss about composition of Interstate Council. First is chairperson. The Prime Minister of India serves as the chairperson of the Interstate Council, providing leadership and guidance to the council's activities. Second is chief ministers. All chief ministers of states in India are members of the Interstate Council. They represent the interests and perspectives of their respective states in the decision-making processes. Third is chief ministers of union territories. Chief ministers of union territories that have a legislative assembly also hold membership in the Interstate Council, ensuring their participation in discussions and policy coordination. Fourth is administrators of union territories. Administrators of union territories that do not have legislative authority appointed by the President are part of the Interstate Council. Governors of states under President's rule. In situations where a state is under President's rule, the governor of that state becomes a member of the Interstate Council. Nominated Central Cabinet Ministers. The Prime Minister nominates 6 Central Cabinet Ministers, including the Home Minister, to the Interstate Council. These ministers bring their expertise and insights to the Council's deliberations. Permanent invitees. The Prime Minister also has the authority to nominate 5 ministers of the cabinet rank or ministers of state independent charge as permanent invitees to the Interstate Council. These invitees have a standing invitation to participate in council meetings. Now moving on to functions of Interstate Council. To create a strong institutional framework to promote and support cooperative federalism in the country and activate the council and zonal councils by organizing regular meetings. Facilitates consideration of all pending and emerging issues of center-state and interstate relations by the zonal councils and Interstate Council, and develops a sound system to monitor the implementation of recommendations put forward by them. Now lastly, let's discuss about the bodies that promote interstate relation. First is Zonal Council. The Zonal Councils are the statutory and not the constitutional bodies. They are established by an Act of the Parliament, that is, States Reorganization Act of 1956. The Act divided the country into 5 zones: Northern, Central, Eastern, Western, and Southern, and provided a zonal council for each zone. While forming these zones, several factors have been taken into account, which include the natural divisions of the country, the river systems and means of communication, the cultural and linguistic affinity, and the requirements of economic development, security, and law and order. Second is Northeastern Council. The northeastern states, that is Assam, Arunachal Pradesh, Manipur, Tripura, Mizoram, Meghalaya, and Nagaland, are not included in the zonal councils. Their special problems are looked after by the Northeastern Council set up under the Northeastern Council Act 1972. Third is interstate trade and commerce. Articles 301 to 307 in Part 13 of the Constitution deal with the trade, commerce and intercourse within the territory of India. Interstate water disputes. Article 262 of the Constitution provides for the adjudication of interstate water disputes. It makes two provisions. Parliament may by law provide for the adjudication of any dispute or complaint with respect to the use, distribution and control of waters of any interstate river and river valley. And Parliament may also provide that neither the Supreme Court nor any other court is to exercise jurisdiction in respect of any such dispute or complaint. Now it's time for the practice question. First of all, prelims based question. With reference to the Interstate Council, which of the following statements is or are incorrect? 1. It is a constitutional body. 2. The council is chaired by the Prime Minister. 3. The union territories without a legislator are not represented in the council. Options are only 1 and 2, only 1 and 3, only 2 or all of the above. And now mains based question. What are the constitutional provisions pertaining to interstate relations in India? So that's all for today. Stay tuned for the next episode. Thanks for watching.